Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
What is going on, people? What's going on? Big B Daily Show. Thanks for joining again. Live on TikTok. What's going on, people? Live on YouTube. Live on Facebook. Thank you guys for joining. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, Big B Daily Show, man. If you're on TikTok, remember, tap that screen, man. We're looking for 3,500 likes. If you're not following the show, please give me a follow. And then come on over to YouTube, man. The chat is crazy over on YouTube. More interactive. I put your question or your statement up. We have a ton of fun. So join the show. But either way, thank you guys. Always check out our guy over on YouTube, man. Hot Soup Fantasy Football. He was on the show yesterday. He'll be on every Wednesday talking to all fantasy football. He's in like 20 leagues, man. Knows what he's doing, gives a ton of advice over on fantasy football. So always remember to come and follow my man Hot Soup Fantasy Football over on YouTube. So let's get into it today. Man, Justin Fields. Justin Fields. Let's talk about it. Look, now I put a post up yesterday on TikTok talking about Justin Fields. And in my opinion, at what point do we hold him accountable? Now, his team is terrible. I take that back. His franchise is terrible. That's what I think is the problem. Now, Fields, look, you can't be throwing your coaches under the bus, even though he's right. I think he's right. But you can't do that. Can't come out publicly saying it's the coaching. You know, got to take it on the chin. That's what leaders do. But the bottom line is, man, he's got to be better. Justin Fields has got to be better. So I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on in Chicago. It's a horribly run franchise. That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. So, and him doing all this belly aching, talking about the coaching's not going to help. He blamed them. But I don't know what the issue is with that. I don't know what's going on, man. But the coaching is bad. The coaching, the franchise, all of it. Horrible. Chicago Bears need to just start completely over. Sell the team and start over. All of it is horrible. So, yeah, I got to get some people out of here. Sorry about that. But other than that, man, I just almost feel bad for Justin Fields in a way because I think he's lost his confidence to play football. He's not even looking at open receivers, not getting through his progressions. They've told him not to play the way that he did last year. It's bad. It's bad. Everything's going good, my man. Everything is going good. And yes, Matt Canada needs to go. Moving on, man. Thursday night football tonight. This is a bad one. The Giants in San Francisco. The Giants stink. I mean, they're bad. They played one good quarter of football in 2 games. They just happen to be playing against the worst roster in the NFL. 49ers are going to blow this. This is going to be a 2-touchdown game. Unless they just don't show up, which I find that hard to believe, it'll be a 2-touchdown game and the game won't be close. It won't be close. They're just better. They're way better physically than anything that the Giants have. The Giants' offensive line is in shambles. They had one good offensive lineman. He's out. Their left tackle. This one's going to get ugly. This one is going to get ugly. So, yeah. They got to do a better job on these Thursday night games, man. They got to do a better job. I know they're looking for ratings because a bunch of people from New York and the Bay Area will watch. But this is not going to be a good football game. It's just not. It's just not. Moving on again, man, I want to remind everybody, thank you guys for joining the Big B Daily Show. Everybody on TikTok, remember, tap that screen, man. We are looking for 3,500 likes today. and 30 follows. So if you're in here and you're not following, please give me a follow. Give me a follow and then shoot on over to YouTube, man. The chat's always up on YouTube. Way more interactive, ton of fun. Come on over. Let's have some fun on YouTube. I'll put your question up, give you a shout out, all that good stuff, man. Moving on. Cam Akers. I just can't get Cam Akers. Talented running back. Mad because he ran the ball for 22 times, 29 yards. Couldn't get anything going. The rookie behind him that was running behind the same line got something going. Got mad. He doesn't like the block. And then they just got rid of him. They finally, the Rams were trying to trade him last year. And finally, they just said, you know what? We're done with this dude. We're done with him. We're done with him. And moved on. I mean, I don't know. He's going to Minnesota. I mean, he's more talented than anybody that Minnesota's got. There's no question. But Minnesota throws the football. So Cam Akers is going to have to learn to pass block. And if you don't want to do that, you ain't going to play there either, man. He ain't going to play there either. It's going to be interesting. A lot of people thought that maybe Cleveland would make a play for him, but he don't pass block. Or at least he's shown he doesn't want to. So Cleveland was like, nah, we're going to pass on that. We're going to pass on that. So we'll see what happens, man. Good. I hope Cam gets it together because he's talented, but whew, ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. All right, man. Those are the announcements today. Those are kind of the headlines. I know everybody wants to talk about the headline that came out about 30 minutes ago, and we'll get into that. Let's get into it. First, again, man, everybody that's we're live on TikTok, live on YouTube, man. Thank you guys for joining the Big B Daily Show. I appreciate it. We've been growing. Things have been popping. It's because of you guys. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Again, if you're on TikTok, keep tapping that screen. We're looking for 3,500 likes and 30 follows. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Keep going. Just want to get a bunch of people in here. Get the Q&A section going. Get a lot of stuff moving, man. So let's move on to the Q&A section, man. Let's talk about it. And we might as well bring it up now. Trayvon Diggs. That is a killer for the Cowboys. It's a killer because their defense is so good. And it was because not only that defensive line, but they had two lockdown corners. Diggs and Gilmore. Man, that hurts. And look, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I did pick the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl, as you guys know. But you also know that I don't want anybody getting hurt. I know football is a game where guys are going to get hurt. That's the way it works. Bones break, ligaments tear. That's what happens in football. But you don't want to see anybody get hurt. So that stinks. That stinks for the Cowboys. So what do you guys think, man? Can they recover? Can they fight back? Some people on TikTok are saying they're still going to the Super Bowl. I like it, Don. Hey, man, stay confident in your boys. Stay confident. It hurts. It does hurt. So let's see. What do we got over here? We got some questions over here on YouTube. Let's put them up. Justin Fields needs some playmakers. Yeah, he does. He needs playmakers. He needs a better organization. That's what he needs. But he's also got to play better too. So it's not just everybody else. He's got to get his confidence back. I think he's lost his confidence. So, good question, Blue 42. Quiggle, as a Bears fan, he's not a pocket passer. Let him move around and play his game. 100%. 100%. Why the Bears are doing that to him, I have no idea. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. The guy can move around in the pocket. Let him move around. You know, it's almost like they've told him, go through all your reads before you run. And now he's trying to do that, and I think it's throwing him off. I think it's a problem. So, I think it's a problem. What do we got, TikTok? Yeah, the Cowboys fans are out in full force. Diggs, the football gods hate the Cowboys, man. I'm not going to say that because everybody has injuries. Everybody has injuries and big injuries. So it was just their year, I guess. I don't know. Thoughts on the Chiefs? The Chiefs are fine. They got to fix that offensive line, but the Chiefs are going to be fine. Yeah, there you go. Talk about the Ravens. The Ravens have had the injury bug way more than the Cowboys. Way more than the Cowboys. Appreciate that, Vargas. So while this is a huge injury for Dallas, you're not going to get any sympathy from, number one, anybody in the league because that's how football works. But go talk to the Ravens. Hook 'em horns. Yeah, Texas is playing pretty good. There's a lot of teams, man. There's a lot of teams that got injuries. A lot of injuries. So it just stinks. It just stinks. Somebody saying, imagine being a Colts fan. That's not nice. All right, over here on YouTube, my man, Coach K. Stokes. You seem like you're my age. You feel like that football development is declining and getting watered down. 1,000%, Coach. 1,000%. Where I think that football is taking a real back seat, I know we've talked about this on here before, is offensive line play. There's teams out there that don't even hit the sled. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I mean, the teams that just don't, and I'm talking about in the development stage. You know, if you're professionals and they're not doing it, okay, they've got so many techniques. But at the developmental stage, middle school, high school, college, you need to be hitting that damn sled. And there's so many people that don't. So many people that don't. Football development is so lacking, especially in the offensive line. And I know why, because a lot of people don't want to play offensive line, but you can make a lot of money doing it. You can make a whole lot of money doing it. It's not glamorous. It's not glamorous, but you know what? They get a paycheck, and a big one. A big one. So, yeah, you're right, Coach. Quarterback play is evolving. I don't think it's bad. It's just evolving. And the old heads like myself, or people that are older than me, they can't get past that you have to be a pocket passer or you're no good. That's not how football's played anymore. That's not how football's played anymore. You don't have to be a pocket passer. Do you have to make plays from the pocket? Yes, you do. But that's not all you have to do. Patrick Mahomes, that's not all he does. And he's pretty successful. Somebody over here on YouTube or on TikTok saying they were a teammate of Zach Martin. You love the O-line. Hey, man, more power to you. More power to you. And they have taken a lot of the threat of defense away. You're right about that. They have taken a lot of defense away. They have. They protect quarterbacks at all costs. They protect receivers at all costs. It gets ugly. So we'll see. We'll see. No, the Giants are not winning today. On our TikTok, we got people thinking the Giants may win. No, they're not winning. They're not winning. Again, man, just want to thank everybody. Big B Daily Show. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central. You guys are in here, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining today. TikTok, we're still looking to get there. Looking for 3,500 likes. Keep tapping that screen. And if you're in here, give me a follow, man. And then shoot on over to YouTube. And jump on YouTube, man. Come subscribe to Big B Sports Talk over on YouTube. The link is in my bio on TikTok. And join that chat over there. 49ers are destroying the Niners? Yeah, they are. 49ers are destroying the Giants, yeah. And they said, no way the Giants are beating the Niners. No, there's no way. I shouldn't say that. There's always a way. It's the National Football League. There's always a way. Uh-oh. I think a lot of games are going to be ugly this weekend. They might be. Ted Moore, sometimes the blowout games end up being closer than you think. You're daggone right, Ted. You're exactly right. That's why I'm saying there's a way tonight that the game can be close. There's a way. I don't think it will, but there definitely is a way. So, Debo over under half a TD tonight. I think Debo gets in the end zone. So I would say over. TikTok, what do y'all think? Y'all think Debo Samuel gets in the end zone? I think he gets in the end zone tonight. The over under is half. So I think he gets in. If nothing else, they get down there close and they run one of them gadget plays where he runs it in. I think he gets in. So it's a good question, Evan. Let's see what we got here. Blue 42 over here on YouTube says he thinks the Cowboys will still hold up. Here's the thing. Now, they haven't played anybody any good yet. But if that D-line continues to do its thing, you're right. They're going to hold up. They are going to hold up. So we'll see what happens. But, it sucks. But if that D-line keeps doing its thing, man, if they keep doing their thing, it's going to be interesting. The shock of it is what's got everybody right now. Just the shock of hearing the news. Coach K, do you think the soft tissue injuries are due to the Taco Bell and vapes? No, I don't. I think it's to not practicing. Not enough practice time. That's what I believe. It's absolutely, they don't practice enough. And I know they collectively bargained that, but you didn't hear of all those hamstrings and all that. They would happen, but it wasn't near like it was now. So, I saw something over here on TikTok. Hold on, people. Hear me out. Washington's weapons outmatch that Dallas D. You're going to have to explain that because that's an incredibly horrible statement. Because Washington's offensive line can't do anything with Dallas's D-line. Nothing. So let's start there. So how you getting the ball to these weapons if you can't block them? Turf fields? Maybe. That has something to do with it. Let's see. Uncle Matt. Will FSU beat Clemson? I think so. Clemson's bad. Clemson's offensive line is bad. Their offensive line is not any good. I think Florida State gets after them. They put it on them early, and they put the pedal down. I do. And tomorrow, y'all know what Big B Bets is coming up tomorrow. So we'll be picking a lot of these college games tomorrow, as well as NFL. Because tomorrow's Friday, we pick every NFL game tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Every NFL game will get you at least 6 college games, probably more, because it's a good slate for college football next weekend. Or this weekend, not next weekend, this weekend. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's see. My man Ruben Ortiz over here on YouTube is Mr. Hot Take Ruben. What's he got? CJ Stroud's best rookie QB so far. I feel once Texans O-line improves, they have potential. You're exactly right. They need some weapons too. But yeah, he's looked good so far. He's looked good so far. They got to keep it going. They got to keep it going. What do we got here on TikTok? No, it's Richardson. No, it's not. Stop it. Gee, many Christmas. Richardson. Steelers need to run the ball. They got no shot to go far. Okay. Best team in the NFL right now. I was going to say the Cowboys, but I can't say that anymore, man. I would say Dolphins. Dolphins, 49ers, then Cowboys. In that order. In that order. How long before the Steelers bench baby hands Pickett? I think we got a long way before that happens, man. I think we got a long way before that happens. They're not benching him. And even though he's playing horrible, we got a long way before that happens. What about Fields blaming his robotics on coaching? Yeah, we covered that earlier. And Fields is, I feel bad for him because, again, the coaching's horrible there. The coaching is horrible. So it's got to be better. The whole organization is bad. But also, he has to be better. He's got to be better. You know, he can say whatever he wants. His coaching has been lousy, or his play has been lousy at best. Lousy at best. So, got Coach K. Good question coming up. Top college game you want to watch, an NFL game this weekend. Well, the top college game, believe it or not, is not Colorado, Oregon. It's Notre Dame, Ohio State. I think that's going to be the best college game of the weekend, is Notre Dame, Ohio State. I think Notre Dame is, I like Notre Dame. I like them this year. I think Ohio State is really good. But I think the best game of the weekend is going to be Ohio State at Notre Dame. And there's some good football games this weekend, man. There's some good ones this weekend. College football. Last weekend, the matchups didn't end up being great. There were some good games. But this weekend, there's some good stuff going on. Some good stuff going on. So, I like it. I like it. Matt Nagy facing the Bears with this weekend. Chiefs by 50? No. No, it's not going to happen. Do I think the Chargers can salvage their season? The Chargers got to get a new head coach. I mean, they got to get a new head coach. If they don't do that, the answer to that is no. The answer to that is no. Do I think the Bengals can possibly come back? Here's a good stat about the Bengals. That's a good question, by the way. The Bengals, since Joe Burrow has been their quarterback, the first 2 weeks of the season, they've started 1-7. 1-7. So it hasn't been that big of a turn, especially the last 2 years. I mean, 1 year they went to the Super Bowl. The next year they went to the AFC Championship game. And they started the season 0-2 in both those years. So, yeah, I think they can come back. I think they can get there. So I definitely like them. Again, another reminder, man, we hit our mark over on TikTok, man, 4,000. So now we're looking for 6,000 likes. Keep tapping that screen. We still need some more followers, though. We still need more followers. So if you're in here, man, give me a follow, please. And then hit the link in the bio and jump on over to YouTube. Jump on over to YouTube and subscribe to Big B Sports Talk. The chat is up and popping over there. I don't think the Giants got a chance. But it's NFL football, so you never know. Dude in here says, dude, read my comment. So I read it. There you go. That's all you get. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do you think Keenan Morris the answer to the Chargers or a whole new coaching staff? I'm assuming what you wanted to say. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think Staley's terrible. I think Staley is terrible. And now he's sounding off at media members because they're asking him, is there any holdover from that 27-0 lead you blew in the playoffs? Now he's mad at media for asking that question. Hey, man, don't be mad. Get better. Get better. You got it over here on YouTube. Bama versus Ole Miss is my game of the week. I got Ole Miss winning, finally. I don't know. I think if Bama gets back to running the football first, I don't think Ole Miss can stop them. I really don't. I think if Alabama gets back to running the football and just lining up and running, I don't think Ole Miss can stop them. I don't. Now, if they sit back and want to throw it 45 times, it might be a problem. But if Bama decides that they're going to run the football, Ole Miss is not going to be able to stop them from running the football. So we'll see what happens. I think that Saban made a mistake with Tommy Rees as the offensive coordinator. I think he's finding that out now. That's why Notre Dame was happy to see him go. Happy to see him go. Whew. Drew Lowe. Bengals always start slow. Yes, they do. The Bengals always start slow. Always. So we'll see. One thing about this year, though, is Burrow is hurt. And I think he's hurt more than what people are leading on. So I just believe that. Here's a good question. My man MNG Sinister asked over here on YouTube on the chat, so why the Dolphins over the 49ers? I think their offense is a little bit better. And while their defense is not, I prefer offense over defense. I think Miami's offense could score on the 49ers defense. That's what I believe. Score more than the 49ers. And that's just right now. And that's just my opinion. But I like the Dolphins over the 49ers. That's why. That's why. Dallas, the all of a sudden ask, how much are the Raiders beating the Steelers by? Well, you were here last week talking about how much the Raiders were going to beat the Bills by. How did that go? How did that game go? I mean, that was a good game for somebody. I don't think the Raiders played that well in that football game. Do y'all think so, TikTok? I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions. Don't be mad at me. I'm just asking questions. That's all I do, man. That's all I do is just ask questions. How do you think the Dallas defense will handle the Diggs being out for the year? I think their D-line is going to have to step up. But Dallas is pretty deep. No, they're not as talented, obviously, without Diggs, but I think Dallas is pretty deep. So give it a couple games, and then we'll see. But I think they can be okay, Luminary Wolf. Good question. I think they can be okay without him. Not going to be spectacular, but I think they can be okay. So, Bengals need to put Burrow on IR and put Will Greer to play. Chase was right about Burrow not playing till week 5. Yeah, he did say that. And the Bengals' problems have been the play calling. You're 100% right. I'll give you credit. 100% right. That's where the problems start. And here's the thing about Burrow. Everybody was saying, all the pundits, that this is not a 4-week, this is a 6 to 8 week injury minimum. And he rushed it, and here he is. He tweaked it again, and he's hurt. I'm the same way. You got to sit out for a little bit. Got to sit out. Get healthy. What do you think of Washington OC Eric Bieniemy? I think he's coached phenomenally the first 2 weeks. What about you guys, TikTok? What do you guys think? Eric Bieniemy, the first 2 weeks over in Washington, I thought he's done great. They haven't played anybody strong, but you got Sam Howell as your quarterback, man. I thought they've done a real good job. A real good job. Kazi Kaz, good question. Do-do. Let's see. Commanders got to find a way to keep him? Yeah, by making him the head coach. That might be a way. I'm out on Ron Rivera. I've always been out on Ron Rivera, man. Got my man MNG Sinister. Dallas is still Dallas. They falter when it matters most, but Diggs' injury sucks. I don't know, man. I mean, look, the injury is a problem for Dallas. Clearly, he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. However, they're still deep. Their defensive line is still going to get after the quarterback. So it can be a problem, but you can sometimes bracket around a corner that's not as good. I think they may be able to figure it out. Does it hurt? Yes. Yes, it hurts. But I think they will figure it out. They will figure it out. Yeah, that's right. Gilmore's still there. They still got a D-line. They got a safety. They got other guy. I think they're still going to be able to figure it out. Hell, who knows? I mean, they may go trade for somebody. I mean, Jerry may say, no, I'm going all in on this season. He might go trade and go get somebody. So we'll see, man. We'll see. You can't leave that part of it out. Can't leave that part of it out. Dallas Pro Bowl center just hurt his hamstring as well. Injury bug going crazy this year. Injury bug is going crazy. Going berserk. It's going berserk. Yeah, the Cowboys drafted a corner. I think they'll be okay, man. They'll be okay. Again, another reminder, man, everybody over on TikTok. Again, Big B Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central. Thank you guys for joining in today. If you're in here, keep tapping that screen, man. We're trying to get to 6,000 likes and 40 follows. So if you're in here and not following, please give me a follow. Then come subscribe to the channel over on YouTube. Big B Sports Talk over on YouTube, man. Come join that chat. Yeah, Will Greer's not the backup there. And I don't think, I mean, I know they got Browning and the Bengals. He's not, they're going to be in trouble no matter what. They're going to be in trouble. Will Greer's not the answer, though. He's not the answer. Raiders minus 2.5. I mean, I like the Steelers over the Raiders this weekend. Here's a question by my man Austin. Ron Rivera is a lot like Tomlin. Highly respected, leader of men, but need great offensive assistance. Here's the thing. How many winning seasons has Rivera had? I wouldn't say Rivera is like Mike Tomlin. I would say Rivera is more like Jeff Fisher. Go to a Super Bowl, you lose. But Jeff Fisher coached 17 years and had 4 winning seasons. Who gets that much leeway? Who gets that many chances? Like a Marvin Lewis. I mean, come on. What are we talking about? It's like Ron Rivera is super respected, but for doing what? It's a results business, man. It's a results business. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. But I agree with that, Austin. I agree with the Tomlin part. Tomlin needs a new offensive guy quickly. But I wouldn't say the respect is on the same level as Tomlin. No. But I get where you're coming from. I 100% get where you're coming from. Washington fans over here on TikTok saying they want Tomlin to go. Or not Tomlin, they want Rivera to go. And Tomlin needs a new QB. I second that. Baby Hands ain't the guy. I'm done. I'm done with Baby Hands. I'm done with Baby Hands Pickett. I fought it. I've tried to be with him, and I'm like, I can't do it. Baby Hands Pickett is just not the guy. Can I see Miami and the 49ers in the Super Bowl? Yeah, we can see it. For sure. Yeah, I agree. What do we got over here on TikTok, man? Imagine throwing a football with a glove on. That's what happens when you got baby hands. Got to use a glove. Pathetic. Just pathetic. Bengals or Rams Monday. I like the Rams. Colorado and Oregon this weekend. I like Oregon, man. I like Oregon. Oregon's too physical. They're going to be too physical. Look, I love Prime. I love what he's doing. I love that he's shaking up college football. I love all of that. And I want them to win the game. But they're not winning that game. They're not winning that game. They're going to get beat up. They're going to get beat up. So it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to get ugly. I do. I think Oregon is just going to physically overpower them on both sides of the line. Steelers claiming another knee, huh? I don't even know what that means. Are you talking about Nick Chubb? That you're somebody that doesn't watch football and is an idiot. So $20 on Oregon getting whooped. Okay, you go bet somebody, not me. Yeah, I just got a feeling it could get ugly early. Early Oregon, Colorado. Am I actually being serious about Kenny Two Gloves? Who do you see them getting to replace him? Well, he was the 20th draft pick. So, I mean, why couldn't we go get somebody else? I mean, we're not paying him no big money. 20th draft pick. We can cut him loose and go get somebody else. Then start over. We're starting over anyway, right? What difference does it make? And he's not good. He's regressed from last year to this year. He's regressed. He is worse than he was to start the season last year. He is worse. So, I mean, there's only so much longer that you can hang on and lie to yourself. I just don't think Baby Hands Pickett is it. I don't think Baby Hands is it. George Pickens is upset too. Yeah, I mean, I went back and watched the all 22 of that game against the Browns. Man, there were so many, not just him, tight ends were wide open. He wasn't throwing them the ball. Pickens, Austin, there's guys open all over the place, and he's forcing the ball. It was terrible. It was terrible. Doo-doo, doo-doo. James Harrison. Okay, I got to get you out of this chat room. Doo-doo. Sorry, people. Idiots were in the chat. Sorry about that, TikTok. There were some idiots in the chat room. I don't do that. I don't do that stupid stuff. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Good point, Austin. If there's a year to get a high draft pick, highest draft pick, and grab a QB, it's the next draft. You're absolutely right. I didn't think the Steelers should have taken baby hands with the 20th pick when they took him. I didn't think there was a need. You signed Trubisky. What difference does it make? You thought baby hands was going to be the quarterback of the future? Who made that decision? Oh, my God. But he isn't. He isn't. So, here's a good question over here on TikTok. Do you think Watson is going to pick it up? Yeah, I don't know. I think Watson may have lost it. I mean, he doesn't trust what he sees. He's hesitant on his throws. He's now become inaccurate when that was the thing that you could always say about Deshaun Watson, and that he was accurate. He's no longer that. Oh, it looks bad. And it ain't rust. Everybody, well, he's rusty. What do you mean rust? He played 6 games last year. I mean, what else? 6 games last year, had an entire offseason, mini camp, OTAs, training camp. And then through 2 games, he looks this bad? Yeah, I don't know, man. Deshaun may have lost it. Deshaun may have lost it. Coach, you are exactly right. QBs, brother. QBs. They're not getting it done. They're not getting it done. College class is loaded for the Steelers. Yeah, you're right. And my man MNG is with me. Watson is done. It looks like it, doesn't it? He looks like he's gun shy, like he doesn't want to be in the position anymore. He looks gun shy. He looks gun shy. So, Russell Wilson lost it in Denver? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Absolutely. So, Justin Fields is not blind. Justin Fields is just, I think they've taken his game away from him. And it's the organization, coaching. It's him too. I mean, he's been bad. He's got to be better. But I think Justin Fields is just broken right now. Broken. So I appreciate it, Michael. I like the glasses, man. Sam Howell looks good so far. Looks like a steal so far. He looks good. He looks good. I give him credit. Eric Bieniemy coaching his ass off. Coaching his ass off. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. So why do every Steelers fan defend him like he's the GOAT? I hate Steelers fans, but I got to respect because you don't love Pickett. Because he's their quarterback. That's why. I defended him too. What are you going to do? He's on your team. He's the starting quarterback. What are you going to say? He sucks? That doesn't make any sense. You want your team to be good, you're going to defend your quarterback. That's what all fans of all teams do. So get out of your feelings about Steeler fans defending him like he's the GOAT. All fans defend their quarterbacks. That's what they do. They want to win. So it is what it is. But the fact of the matter is, he's not very good. That doesn't mean I don't want him to play good. That doesn't mean I don't want them to play good. And I probably am not going to let anybody else badmouth them because I'm a Steelers diehard. So I'm not going to let anybody else badmouth them, but I'll badmouth them. It's just like your family. You know y'all got crazy family members. You know TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, y'all got them crazy ass family members that you know are crazy, I know are crazy, and we will badmouth them. At every family function, we will badmouth them. But don't somebody else from outside the family, don't you badmouth them. Otherwise, it's a problem. That's the same thing with my man, Baby Hands Pickett. Don't you badmouth him, my man. Let me badmouth him. Let me badmouth him. Let's see. Question from Dallas. Then all of a sudden, would you start Jones or Purdy for your QB in fantasy tonight? Purdy? I don't think that's a hard question. Purdy? Question over here on YouTube. I'm all for the players, but he was handed a guaranteed contract and now looks unprepared, slow, and disinterested. Watson, that is. I mean, he just looks like he lost it. He looks like he has totally lost it. And it doesn't have anything to do with guarantee because he had guaranteed money before he signed the big deal in Cleveland. He got a big deal in Houston. This one was just bigger. But man, I'm telling you, he's just lost it. He has literally just lost it. It's crazy, but he has. He has. Don't know. Don't know. Oh, here we go. Not Raiders fans, not Giants fans. Okay. So you're saying that Jets fans, Patriots fans, all you fans, you don't defend their quarterback? Man, get the hell out of here with that nonsense. Everybody defends their quarterback. Everybody defends their quarterback. So you can say that somebody doesn't defend them. Yes, they do. And they want them to play well. But being mad at Steeler fans because they're trying to hype up their quarterback seems a little childish. It seems a lot childish and unnecessary, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Relatable. I defended Daniel Jones when someone who isn't a Giants fan badmouths. There you go. I mean, people defend their quarterback all the time. They do it all the time. I don't even know why it's a conversation. I don't even know why somebody you would even bring that up, bro. You're wrong and you know it. Everybody defends their quarterback. Everybody. So much so that I'm not even going to address it anymore. Jones has a higher ceiling if he booms, he would get you 30. But his bust could be ugly. The problem is that Jones is playing against San Francisco. You know, if they weren't playing against the San Francisco defense, this conversation is totally different. But he is. You know, if he's playing against, you know, Washington's defense or hell, if he's playing against his own defense or somebody like that, you're exactly right. But he isn't. He's playing against 49ers defense. That changes everything. That changes everything. Let's see. What do we got over here on TikTok, man? Tua was getting me mad last year. Hopefully keeps getting the ball out quickly. Exactly. He's getting the ball out. Dirty Birds with the upset this week. Atlanta, I'm telling people, Atlanta is going to fight for that division. People don't want to keep thinking that. I'm just telling you. Atlanta is going to fight for that division. They're going to fight. They're going to fight. Who do I got winning Monday night game? I like the Rams to win because I believe the Rams and the Bengals are playing. I like the Rams. I like the Rams. The Rams got, I know his name is Puka, but I'm calling him Pookie right out of the crack house. Pookie and Tutu came from right up the street, catching passes, destroying the NFL. I love it. Little Puka and Tutu. Think how good the Rams are going to be when Cooper Kupp comes back. If you ain't got Matt Stafford on your team, you may think about it. That's what my man Hot Soup said yesterday. Get you Matt Stafford and stash him. Because when Cooper Kupp comes back, boy, I'm telling you, if you're into fantasy football, look out. Look out. Doo-doo. Good question over here on YouTube from BuzzTube TV. What do you think about Cleveland Browns brought back at Kareem Hunt? What is your generation or not? And what is your thoughts? I don't know what generation means. But either way, I mean, it's fine that they brought back Kareem Hunt. Everybody thinks that Kareem Hunt is going to get all of these touches. I don't think so. Here, and he knows the offense, but they didn't remember. Cleveland could have signed him back. They didn't want him. And what did Kareem Hunt go on a free agency tour to how many different teams? And nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him. So they bring him back for depth. I don't know. Everybody's riding on Kareem Hunt and saying how good Kareem Hunt is. Kareem Hunt hadn't been good since his first years with the Chiefs. He hasn't been that good. He's been a backup. And I'm not saying he's been awful. I'm just saying if he was that good, he'd have been on the Cleveland Browns football team, and he wasn't. He'd have been on somebody's football team, and he wasn't. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. So TikTok, man, we are getting close. We're at 5,000. We're looking for 6,000 likes. Thanks for the rose. I'm needing some more followers, though. We're at 15, and we got to get to 30. So if you're in TikTok, you're over here, please give me a follow. Need to get to 30. And keep tapping that screen. I appreciate it. And then, when you get a chance, jump on over to YouTube, man. Join the chat. Join the chat. MNG Sinister says, we don't know that nobody wanted him. He may not have had a price and wasn't going to play for less. So he decided to play for no money? Is that it? He had a price that he wanted to play for, and everybody said no, and he just said, I'll go checklist. Stop lying to yourself, man. Stop it. Stop it. First of all, he was a backup. That's what he was. He was a backup. So to sit here and say that he may have had a price, that doesn't even make sense. He might have had a price. And when everybody said no, then what? That means they didn't want him for his price. That's what that means. You know, nobody, hey man, I can make this or nothing. Well, everybody said nothing. And then he said, okay, I'll just take nothing. Really? Okay. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, they put him on. I saw that interview yesterday. Nick Chubb injury was ugly. Ugly. Mm-mm. Let me look at something real quick here. Let me look up. I'm looking up some. What do we got over here on TikTok? Do-do-do-do. Will Henry go for more than 78 yards a game? Maybe. 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 Let's look up something here real quick. Do-do-do-do. 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 I mean, I think Kareem Hunt's gonna make a difference. Like I said, he's not a horrible football player, but I don't think he's gonna make that big of a difference because he'd have been on somebody's team. I know people are trying to say that, well, you held out and you got more money. Yeah. And it's not $4 million, by the way. So the 4 million is with incentives. So up to 4 million. Mm-mm-mm. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. But yeah, he's not a garbage football player. Not at all. And you're right. In a dead running back market, right place, right time. You're right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I do have a Twitter account. At Big B _ sports talk. At Big B _ sports talk. Justin Fields is not right for Chicago. I don't think Chicago is right for Justin Fields. So, are the Chiefs in trouble with their recent performance? How? Y'all seen the Chiefs defense? I said at the beginning of the year the Chiefs defense would be a lot better than last year. I had no idea it was going to be this good. But tell me how they're going to be just because they didn't score 50 points? Come on, people. Question from a man, Dakota Billings. Yeah, man, absolutely showing love to Washington State and the Seahawks. Going to be a great season. I like Washington State. Let me ask you this, Dakota. I heard a little talk today, and maybe it was BS, about them going Washington State and Oregon State possibly going to the Big 12. Did you hear any news? Have you heard any rumblings on that? I heard it, but a lot of people were speculating it was BS. Coach K Stokes. Man, I told you I know my stuff, man. I mean, I like football. Here's my thing. I like football. I've been around football my entire life. I also know basketball. I don't toot my own horn often, but I got a Division I scholarship to play football and basketball and went and did both. Now, that was a long time ago in the 90s, but did both. I went to Xavier first to play basketball, then I went to Kansas State and played football. I know a thing or two about both. And I don't like BS. So you'll never hear me talk BS. I don't do that. I give it to you raw and the truth. That's why I'm always pro player. I know a thing or two about some stuff. That's why I like talking to y'all, man. And I love doing this. And I know there's some people like on TikTok that gave me BS and said, oh, you're lying and this. I'm like, Google is free. My name is Brian Hanley. You can look it up. You can go look it up. I'm on the 25th anniversary team of the Indiana High School Hall of Fame. I'm in that. I started at Kansas State in 97 and 98. It was the best teams in school history. I was there. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And I can be honest, I shouldn't have went to play basketball, but I did because I'm from Indiana and I got too fat and couldn't stay in shape. So I had to change sports. I mean, that's the honest truth. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Ooh, MNG. I like this question. Why is men's basketball still in half? Man, I have no idea. I have no idea. No clue why they still play halves in men's basketball in college. That is the dumbest thing. Just ignorant. Just ignorant. No clue. No clue. Drives me insane. So I just got off work myself, so I'm going to look into it. I can see some of the possible conference moves. Yeah, I heard the Mountain West was going to absorb them too. I don't like it. I think Oregon State and Washington State are better than that. I think they're both better than that. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. And I knew somebody would get left out. I just think they're both better than that. I do. I do. Alan Cannon over on YouTube. I just watched the state championship game on the USS John F. Kennedy. Didn't know you guys made it. Received the tape. Great day. I told y'all I could hoop a little bit, TikTok. I could hoop a little bit. Now, granted, that was 30 years ago. That was 30 years ago. But I could hoop. I could do a little something on the court. And if you're looking for something, go to YouTube. Like I've said, go over to YouTube. Just look up 1993 Jeffersonville High School State Championship. Go look it up. Go look it up. You'll see your boy out there. Go look it up. Couldn't be stopped. Couldn't be. Now, again, that was 1993. That was 30 years ago. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Oh, man, I love talking to y'all. Fun. You're in Fort Riley? You love Manhattan, Dakota. Yeah, man. Stay out of Aggieville, Dakota. Stay out of Aggieville. It'll get you in trouble. That was my downfall when I was at K-State. It's changed a little bit, but it's still crazy. It's still crazy. Why did I choose football over basketball? Because I got fat. And I should have chosen football to begin with over basketball. That's why. Should have never went and played basketball to begin with. But when you grow up in Indiana, that's what you do. That's what you do. So. Here's somebody. Austin gets it. Austin gets it. This man is a Hoosier. Let's back off because I am not an Indiana fan at all. And a Steeler fan. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm from Indiana, man. That's what you do. Is Avery Johnson going to start for K-State this weekend? He might. He might. I hope he does, actually. I hope he does. That would mean Will Howard can't play. So, no, I'm not a Notre Dame fan. My brother was. My brother in the picture back there. Over on TikTok, you see that in that picture, that's my brother. He was an all-state football player in high school. He was a diehard Notre Dame fan, but I lived all the way south, right across the river from Louisville, and Notre Dame is all the way north. So I am a Louisville fan. So, all right, people. Think we're going to call this one a quits today. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for joining in. Again, TikTok, we got to 6,000 likes, man. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys. Anybody that's in here that is not following, please give me a follow, man. Please give me a follow. So, and then jump on over to YouTube and come subscribe to the Big B Sports Talk over there, man. Again, Big B Sports Talk, Big B Daily, actually, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow will be a big day. Picking several college games, going through the whole NFL slate on teams. Q&A will be popping tomorrow. Who's going to win, who's not, man. So I appreciate you guys. Pass the word. Big B Daily. We're just getting started. The show's big. We're just getting started, though. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I will holler at y'all tomorrow.